to LeBron. Yeah, the passion thing. Oh, yes, ma'am, okay. All right, at this time, I'd like to call to order the Franklin County Board of Commissioners General Session. Today is January 23rd, 2024. Let's begin with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Crawley.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, as a reminder, this is a public meeting and is being recorded. Please ensure that your line is muted for those of you who are calling in. Appreciate your cooperation. With that, we're going to get started today with a ceremonial guest that we'd like to recognize. Dr. Nate Overmeyer has been the Franklin County Coroner for only about a year, but his impact is already felt in that office and throughout Franklin County without a doubt. The coroner's office is charged with investigating unexpected and unattended deaths in our community, and with doing so in a compassionate, respectful, and professional manner. The office investigates more than 3,000 cases each year, including performing an average of nearly 5 autopsies a day. Dr. Overmeyer has a vision for the Franklin County Coroner's Office to be a national leader in forensic science and investigation. To that end, we're proud today to recognize Dr. Overmeyer and his team at the Franklin County Coroner's Forensic Toxicology Laboratory for having been accredited last fall by the American National Standards Institute. We're so proud and grateful for your leadership in accomplishing that significant achievement. It definitely is the standard of Franklin County and the standard that our residents expect, and certainly that you are upholding in your leadership at the Coroner's Office. The lab is one of only 16 in the United States of America and Canada to receive this accreditation. Think about that. The United States and Canada, 16, and to receive this accreditation. So it is definitely a really big deal. And here to tell us a little bit more about the Coroner's Office and its toxicology lab is our Franklin County Coroner, Dr. Overmeyer himself. And Dr. Overmeyer, please have you come to the podium. And certainly your team is welcome to join you as well. It's your call.
Thank you, Commissioner President Boyce. Thank you, Commissioners, for allowing us to be here today and sharing this really a tremendous opportunity. I want to again thank you for your support, Administrator Wilson, Deputy Administrators. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here. And without your support and dedication, this is such a vital public service that we're offering to the community. And without your support, we couldn't do this really important work. I don't think folks often realize how the necessity of what we do in the coroner's office until folks really need this vital service. So without your continued support, we wouldn't be able to do this. But here today we're talking about our amazing toxicology group, and I just want to mention that the ANSI National Accreditation Board, the ANAB, has accredited our Franklin County Coroner's Office Forensic Toxicology Laboratory on October 23rd of 2023. And this accreditation demonstrates that the laboratory provides reliable, independent, and valid results, thereby promoting the confidence in their work both nationally and around the world. The Franklin County Coroner's Office Forensic Toxicology Laboratory, like you mentioned, President Boyce, is only one of 16 ANAB accredited labs in the United States and Canada to receive this prestigious recognition, fulfilling both the requirements of the ISO 17025 for forensic testing, as well as meeting the American Board of Forensic Toxicology accreditation requirements. Yes, one of 16 laboratories in the entire North America. So we are ecstatic about this endeavor that we've gone through. The Forensic Toxicology Laboratory is certainly well deserving of this accreditation. The work that this team does, really important, while often behind the scenes, is an operation made up of highly skilled, knowledgeable, fiercely dedicated people whose combined efforts are critical to serving the residents of Franklin County. I could not be more proud of them, and every member of this team. I congratulate them on this fantastic achievement. And so now I'd like to introduce our Chief Toxicologist, Dan Baker, and Deputy Chief Toxicologist, Rebecca Dorenz, to have some remarks.
Thank you. I really am fortunate to have spent my career here in Franklin County for so many years, and the support that I've received from the commissioners to do the work that we're doing and to be a real leader in forensic toxicology in the nation. I can't extend enough gratitude to the forensic toxicology team. If you guys could just stand up so the commissioners know who you are. Thank you for all your hard work and Dr. Overmeyer's support to do, really quality work in forensic science here in Franklin County. Thank you.
Thank you as well. I was just going to say we have a lot of longevity of talent and extremely dedicated people. The gravity of what we do every day is not lost on them. And I know we're an integral part of the puzzle that everyone's trying to get for their families and services in the county. So thank you so much for your support, and thank you guys for everything that you do day in, day out, showing up and being there for not just our lab, but for the county.
Yeah. Well, let me open up to my colleagues too. Any comments? Okay.
Well, we appreciate all the work you guys are doing. Thanks for everything, and, it's been a long road to get here, so we appreciate everything and all the hard work you guys are doing, and it's great to see the county's investment pay off, and so thank you.
I do want to just add, there's so much, since I've been a commissioner, there's so much that I see that really just goes unseen by the public. And there's so many things that the county does and has an impact on that it's kind of low key in the public until you need it, until you need to kind of access that service. And I really believe the coroner's resources are that, and you can't think about a family's maybe darkest day or their toughest moment and losing a loved one way or another. And to have the type of facility, the type of leadership, and the type of team that handles that kind of delicacy with care is really the Franklin County spirit. And I feel like, Dr. Overmeyer, you have been, I'm not pointing fingers at previous people, but I feel like your presence has been a difference maker on so many levels. And to me, that's the Franklin County spirit, and so we're so grateful to have you. Your facility is world-class and top-notch. We like to feel like we built it, but at the same time, we kind of, take pride in that. But it's easy to build four walls and a roof. It's another thing to then build it with people, build it with an approach and leadership, and that's what I see. In my short time interacting with the Forensic Science Center, it's amazing to see the leadership difference, and I'm just so grateful for your contributions to Franklin County in that way. And again, there's so many things that the county does that people just don't see until you need to. I'm looking forward to spending more time at the Forensic Center and learning about toxology and just what this really means in terms of how we serve the residents of Central Ohio. I'm sorry, I think our DCA's had some.
Thank you, President Boyce and Commissioners. I just want to also recognize the work that both the toxicologist and Deputy Chief Toxicologist put in on the front end, to your point, President Boyce, on the design of the space. I mean, they were there from the very beginning, offering the insight from a very different space at the OSU campus. And for those of you who worked in that space, it was night and day. But their expertise into what they see now is being recognized. I was just talking to them at the beginning of session by folks from around the country who are looking to build their own, and that kind of expertise went in from the very beginning. And so directly to your point. So
And
thank
every
you
detail
again.
covered too. And I'd love to hear from Mr. Ahrens and Baker. Is it doctor or is it just Mr. and Mrs. Okay, Baker and Durrance, about how does it feel to build a facility and then work, like to dream up something and then you're working in it every day and you kind of led that thought process?
I mean, we planning that, it was 5 or 6 years from start to finish. And we had architects there and we had tracing paper and they're, designing this whole facility, and to look at other top facilities in the country and take from what they're doing and kind of really build a space that can support the quality work that, we're striving to do there was needed and is appreciated for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think also being heard and respected, and what we said we needed was really valuable as well. I think all the conversations we had back and forth with design teams and builders was really well respected. So it was a positive experience for us, and we have no regrets on the facility. We're happy every day.
Good.
So
good,
thank you.
good. All right.
It was a
DC?
long, it was a long road, and, you know, to go from having a partnership with Ohio State to being told we had to leave. And then, you know, to not having any clue where we would go and to have a search, you know, to find a location, to, you know, not being happy with where the location was, to, you know, do a land swap to, you know, make sure that we had the right place, and, you know, there was a lot that from our end that went into it, and then, you know, so it's, you know, it's been a long road, and lots of bumps, and so it's great to be where we are today, and to have, you know, a facility and a staff that's where we are today is very rewarding. It's a great feeling of a lot of accomplishments over a long period of time. And so, very proud, very proud.
I would just say real quick, President Boyce originally was like, I don't have anything to say. You said it all. But I do want to say something out loud that I said to Dr. Overmeyer. First, when I came to the county, when I was appointed in 2021, July 2021, I want to say the Forensic Science Center was one of the first places that I toured. I think I toured the Forensic Science Center before I even toured our jails. And it is state-of-the-art. It is a beautiful facility. And I got to meet a lot of the staff when I did my tour, and just wonderful people. But what I can say, since you've been here, and what I said to you, that I want to say in public is, you know, I really appreciate your leadership since you've been there. You know, we do get calls. President Boyce said that you all do on average 5 autopsies a day, but there was a time when there was a lot, like there was I would say a backlog. There was some staffing issues, and since you've been there and staffed up your agency and your leadership, like I have not gotten any calls from the public to say, you know, I haven't gotten any information about my loved one. How long is this going to take? We haven't had to make calls to the DCAs to say, can you find out what's going on with this, or call the coroner myself to figure out what's going on and be able to provide answers to families. I've not had that since you've been there. And so I just want to say thank you to you, to your leadership, but also to your amazing team for really being responsive to the work that has to happen in the coroner's office, but also to our neighbors who just really want some answers about their loved ones. So thank you.
Thank you for
I
that.
think-
I'll just say real quickly, it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with these 2 and these 6 amazing people who, since 2015, the number of cases that we've seen at the Franklin County Forensic Science Center has more than tripled. So just imagine having the same staff and dealing with 3 times as many vials of blood, urine, vitreous humor, and being able to analyze that and then share those results with family. Just the other day, I had to speak with the family about there are some drugs, some medications that we take that can cause a positive screening for, like, say, fentanyl. And then having that opportunity to share and educate the family is so important. Having amazing staff who are so knowledgeable on these subjects, it's saying, hey, your loved one didn't actually die of fentanyl overdose. Even though that screening test came back positive, they were also taking a medicine that caused a false positive. And then having this knowledge and this background of being able to share that information, and that's what they all do. They educate, they come with compassion and love, and that's what it's all about. So it's these 8 amazing individuals, along with, you know, Amanda Wright has been there and been in our office for 13 years. Our director of operations, she's been so steady, and her leadership, her institutional knowledge is just so amazing. And then, you know, bringing Jeremy Blake and Patrick McLean on to our staff has just been amazing. So it's this team that's providing the true leadership that's moving us forward, and it's providing the care that Franklin County deserves. So thank you so much for that.
And I think DCA Bivens wanted
Just
to add a comment.
really quick, I actually, first of all, thank you, and I'm glad you went down that road, commissioners. A few months ago, I had a call from a mom. Her son had been killed the day before, and she's screaming and wailing and didn't know who to call, so someone gave her my number. I knew about the coroner's office. I thought I knew what you all did, but I had no idea until I had to walk this path with this mom, and the care and the concern and the empathy that your staff showed to this mother to get her to some type of resolve was phenomenal. And I said if I ever had the opportunity, I wanted to personally thank you, your leadership, and your team, because I've never experienced that before. But that was something that your staff was just steady and consistent. And even the mother to this day thanks you all for, because what she thought she wanted, she really did not want. But your team really worked with her in getting her to understand why. So thank you.
Well, this time, we'd like to present you with this resolution, just honoring the work of your team. Do you have anything else? Okay.
If we can call up Rachel, Amber, Camille, Morgan, Jenny, Clark, all up here, we'll take a picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us where to go. New to this class.
Oh, thanks. Good to see you. Hey, Jeremy.
All right, as they're taking off, we're going to keep the schedule. Oh.
I think they got next
Take care, guys.
theirs, too.
Oh, is it?
Some of them are
Okay.
Those tests aren't gonna run themselves.
Okay. All right, so I want to invite everyone, I'm lost here now. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm confused now, all right. Okay, next, before we move on to our legislative agenda, I want to invite everyone watching to check out our new Talk of the County podcast, which features interviews with Central Ohio and other local government leaders and newsmakers, and highlights from around Franklin County, and spotlight on engaging Franklin County residents. I'm so excited to be a part of that and really illustrate all the great things happening in Franklin County. The first 2 episodes are now available, and they include interviews with the Columbus Museum of Art Director Brooke Minto and the Greater Arts Council President Tom Katzenmeyer, as well as Baltimore County, Maryland Administrator Stacy Rogers. So check out Talk of the County anywhere you find your podcast, and be on the lookout for new episodes every week. Did I miss something? What did I miss?
You're right there. You're right where you need to be.
Okay. Oh.
I'm just first up on the agenda.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you're throwing me off. You're throwing me off, Pat. Okay,
Trying to
okay.
move it along.
Yeah. All right. First, the Commissioner Cross was like, yeah, did you cut that? I'm like, okay, I need to leave.
sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right. So, is there approval of the minutes for November 7th, 2023 general session and the November 2nd, 2023 briefing session?
So moved.
Second,
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Thank you, the minutes have been approved.
Great. First up is the coroner's office.
Resolution number 4824, resolution authorizing a modification to the contract with Esposito Mortuary Services Incorporated for the body transportation services in the amount of $75,000.
Good morning, President Boyce, Commissioners, Administrator, Deputy Administrators. I'm Patrick McLean on behalf of the coroner. This resolution authorizes a modification of the current contract with Esposito Mortuary Services for body transport services that was approved in Resolution 0964-23. back in December 12th, 2023. Modification is for an additional $75,000 for body transport services. The term of the contract ends March 31st, 2024. Contract has been reviewed and approved to form by the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office. Happy to take any questions and respectfully request approval.
I have a question. Just because we, may I, President Boyce, I'm sorry.
Please, absolutely.
Since this was an emergency resolution that was just approved on December 12th, I mean, I'm just trying to understand what the additional funds, are we just trying to, when was it originally supposed to end?
The end date remains the same. We've simply used all of the money that was the original
Oh, just because it was an
$75,000.
emergency.
We have
Okay.
already gone through that amount of money, so we're requesting an additional $75,000. The ultimate goal is to get the permanent contract in place. That's
thank
out
you.
on the street now.
Okay, perfect. If there are no comments or questions, move for approval, Resolution 4824.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 4824 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Sheriff's Office.
Resolution number 4924, resolution authorizing the first contract modification with Armor Health of Ohio LLC in the amount of $900,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Albert Smith, Assistant Finance Director for the Sheriff's Office. Commissioners, for our first resolution, our Assistant Risk Manager, Casey Russo, is on the call to help answer any questions you may have. This resolution authorizes the first contract modification with Armor Health. This modification will allow our office to increase available medications for opioid use disorder by adding long-acting injectable buprenorphine. The cost of the contract will increase by $900,000 through the original contract term. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval, Resolution 49-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Abstain.
Resolution number 4924 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention. Resolution number 5024, resolution authorizing the county administrator to sign contracts on behalf of the Board of Commissioners to allow other agencies to use the Franklin County Sheriff's Firing Range and Training Academy for the remainder of calendar year 2024.
Commissioners, our next resolution authorizes the county administrator to sign a contract that will allow Linden Township Police Department to utilize our firing range and training academy. This resolution will also authorize the county administrator to sign any future firing range contracts for the remainder of 2024. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 50-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 5024 has been adopted. Resolution number 5124, resolution authorizing an agreement with The Ohio State University on behalf of its Wexner Medical Center Sports Medicine Division.
Commissioners, our last resolution authorizes an agreement with the Ohio State University to assign one athletic trainer or physical therapist through May 31st of next year. OSU has been awarded a research grant through the Bureau of Workers' Compensation, which will allow the sports medicine professional to conduct movement screens, exercise designs and modifications, recovery techniques, and wellness education for Franklin County Sheriff's Office employees. The sports medicine professional will be available for up to 12 hours per week. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 51-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 5124 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
Resolution number 5224, resolution authorizing the contract agreement with Conservancy Travel to operate and execute the second civil rights tour that will support our continuous work of advancing racial equality in the amount of $74,874.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Perla Martinez, she, her pronouns, DI Administrator for the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Commissioners, Conservancy Travel is a nonprofit organization that uses the resources of their journeys to support social responsibility, environmental conservation programs, and continuous historical preservation and education through sustainable and meaningful travel. They endeavor to create a better society, celebrate and preserve our shared cultural legacy, and pass it on to the next generation. Commissioners, from May 5th through May 11th, the Board of Commissioners will visit Selma, Birmingham, Montgomery, Tuskegee, and Atlanta. We will embark on this personal and professional development experience. We will reflect and engage in a meaningful dialogue about how to make a positive social change in our communities and organizations. This experience will serve as an inspirational direction for our work in our community and position us to be the leaders we aspire to be, because so much of our success in life comes from standing on the shoulders of those who came before us. The people who made important trade-offs contributed to who we are today. Pending any questions or comments, I respectfully ask for your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 5224.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 5224 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. JFS?
Resolution number 5324, resolution approving a subaward agreement with the Columbus Urban League for a men's workforce suiting program in the amount of $35,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Vivian Turner, Chief Administrator. Since 2018, the My Brother's Closet program has provided workplace suiting to over 450 men who were unemployed, underemployed, and lacked the resources to obtain appropriate interview attire. The program experience offers men a personal suiting and fitting and assistance with preparation for professional interviews. That includes access to professional development training, soft skills workshops, one-on-one career counseling, and more. The success of the program has helped men improve their motivation, build confidence, and obtain gainful employment. Under this agreement, the Columbus Urban League plans to provide workplace suiting for no less than 120 TANF-eligible men from throughout Franklin County. This resolution fulfills a long-term action step of a Rise Together Blueprint Goal number 4, and pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 5324.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Abstain.
Resolution number 5324 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention. Resolution number 5424, resolution approving a subaward agreement with NAMI Franklin County Incorporated for youth enrichment programming in the amount of $120,000.
The Youth Council is a community-wide initiative focused on empowering youth to develop leadership and advocacy skills, as well as providing opportunities for community engagement through service projects. The council targets students in grades 7 through 12 from throughout Franklin County who represent various school districts and diverse communities. The Youth Council consists of 20 members, and they receive training in leadership, public speaking, policy development, and team building. Members learn to plan events, facilitate training, and conduct small group discussions. They also participate in trauma-informed care activities and manage a countywide portal that helps communicate youth needs and concerns, including mental health resources. This agreement will provide funding for both federal fiscal years 2024 and 2025. NAMI will remain the fiscal agent for the Youth Council. This resolution aligns with our Rise Together Blueprint Goal number 11, and pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 54-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 5424 has been adopted. Resolution number 5524, resolution approving a subaward agreement with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Ohio Incorporated for youth mentoring services in the amount of $179,561.19.
Commissioners, Big Brothers Big Sisters mentors meet in person with youth at least twice a month for an average of 6 to 10 hours per month. Big Brothers Big Sisters recruits, trains, and screens all adult mentors before pairing them with youth mentees, and provides structured activities to assist youth in achieving academic success, character development, hope, and goal setting. This year, Big Brothers Big Sisters will serve no fewer than 98 students during the award period. This subaward aligns with our Rise Together Blueprint Goal number 11, and pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 55-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 5524 has been adopted. Resolution number 5624, resolution approving a subaward agreement with the City of Columbus, Office of the Mayor, Celebrate One for infant mortality interventions, education, and outreach strategies in the amount of $800,000.
Celebrate One is the City of Columbus and Franklin County's collective impact initiative to reduce the area's alarming high infant mortality rate. Their vision is for every infant in Franklin County, regardless of race, zip code, or family income, to celebrate his or her first birthday. Recognizing the current challenges while building on past successes, Celebrate One will expand its messaging and strengthen engagement with the residents it serves through this award. That will include broadening communication strategies and a campaign to support behavioral change on topics such as prenatal care, prematurity, awareness, substance use and abuse, in addition to promoting safe sleep. Celebrate One also plans to continue its outreach by providing cribs to the community and aims to distribute over 679 cribs for kids, survival kits to equip parents and caregivers with everything needed to practice safe sleep. And to support this effort, Celebrate One will train 1,000 residents to serve as safe sleep ambassadors who will educate families on safe sleep practices. They will continue to support the Teen Reproductive Health Education Program, a partnership with Nationwide Children's Hospital, which provides health education to middle school students throughout the Columbus City schools. This resolution aligns with our Rise Together Blueprint goal number 8 and pending any, we have a guest with us. If you have any questions, Celebrate One's Executive Director, Danielle Tong, is traveling today and was unable to join, but Deputy Director Melinda Cunningham is joining us should you have any questions. And pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
Good morning, Commissioners. Melinda Cunningham again, filling in for Executive Director Tong. So this particular grant is integral to all of our work. We have several partners that we're passing those grant funds through, and those do include Columbus Public Health's Cribs for Kids program, and additionally with Nationwide Children's Hospital for the teen reproductive health training, as well as Planned Parenthood's version of a peer-to-peer teen reproductive health initiative. And then the bulk of this funding will support a newly designed communication strategy to utilize much more social media resources. We have a new provider that we advertised for and selected for this media campaign. And so I will open it up for any questions that you may have.
No? If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 56-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 5624 has been adopted. Resolution number 5724, resolution approving a subaward agreement with Partners Achieving Community Transformation for youth enrichment programming in the amount of $110,000.
Commissioners, our final resolution this morning is Partners Achieving Community Transformation, or PAC, and the Columbus City Schools have redesigned the Near East Side elementary, middle, and high schools into coordinated health science academies. With this award, PAC will partner with various community entities, including The Ohio State University, to offer hands-on health science experience, simulations, and research opportunities for youth in grades pre-K through 12. Enrichment activities are specifically designed for each grade level to explore health and science concepts and careers. PAC will continue to incorporate math courses for middle and high school students, as well as have a focus on social emotional development for all age groups. During this program period, the agency plans to offer health science programming to a minimum of 1,300 students in its targeted schools, including East High, Champion Middle, Trevitt Elementary, Ohio Avenue Elementary, and Eastgate Elementary. This resolution aligns with our Rise Together Blueprint Goal number 11, and pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 5724.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Abstain.
Resolution number 5724 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Oh, sorry, JPP.
Resolution number 5824, resolution authorizing a second contract extension with Impact Community Action for peer support and case management services for residents served through the Pathways Achieving Recovery by Choice program in the amount of $85,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Courtney Moats, Grants Administrator with the Office of Justice Policy and Programs. Our office has secured additional grant funding and desires to enter into a second contract extension with Impact. This contract supports Impact's ability to dedicate a full-time equivalent staff member to provide case management, group facilitation, and peer-to-peer services for female residents in our Pathways program. The term of the agreement will be for a period beginning October 1st of 2023 and ending on December 31st of 2024. This resolution supports Goal 9 of the Rise Together Blueprint, and pending any questions, we seek approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 5824.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 5824 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Next, Human Resources.
Resolution number 5924, resolution authorizing a contract modification with Ohio Health Corporation for wellness services for the Franklin County Cooperative Health Improvement Program in the amount of $3,877,865.
Good morning, Commissioners, County Administration. Jody Lees, Assistant Director of HR, Benefits and Wellness. Joining me this morning is Jessica McCurdy, the Employee Wellness Administrator for Franklin County and the Franklin County Cooperative. Each year, we make adjustments to Thrive On programming to meet the needs of our cooperative members, and this resolution authorizes a contract modification to make those adjustments and the resulting changes in costs for the 2024 Thrive On program year. There's 5 specific areas where programming is being modified. The first is in our Weight Watchers offering. Members will be able to participate in Weight Watchers for less than $5 a month due to an increase in the subsidization that Thrive On will provide. The second area is our Yellowbird Meal Kit and Cooking Demonstration program. This program provides participants with a meal kit and cooking demonstrations and instructions. And the goal is to introduce healthy foods into diets and to encourage the benefits of eating fresh seasonal foods. This modification will increase the number of times we are able to offer this programming throughout the year, as well as increase the number of participants who can join in this program. The third area is health coaching. So this modification will allow Thrive On participants to choose to engage with health coaching as opposed to automatically being deferred into health coaching. And the following two, the last 2 areas are new programs that we are offering. The first being Wellbeing Leadership Forums. These sessions are designed to provide support to our managers and leaders around critical well-being topics. It is a forum where leaders can share their experiences, their successes, and discuss their challenges to possibly learn from other leaders who are having successes. And the final area is our financial wellness webinars through Enrich. This modification adds wellness, webinars to the Enrich platform, and specifically around certain areas that are timely, such as student loan repayment and public service loan forgiveness that is on the top of the minds of some of our participants, particularly now. So the impact to the 2024 costs is a net savings of $60,000 as a result of these changes. And pending any questions, I respectfully request approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 5924.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Abstain.
Resolution number 5924 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention.
Thank you.
Thank you. Purchasing.
Resolution number 6024, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $28,035,906.81.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Perry Balanier, Director of Purchasing, and joining me is Tamika Bumper, Economic Equity Administrator for the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Commissioners, this resolution requests your approval of 380 purchase orders for which the County Auditor has pre-certified available funding. Tamika has prepared the supplier diversity data. Good morning, Tamika.
Good morning.
Good morning.
32 of the purchase orders being presented today are being awarded to small emerging businesses totaling $1,170,956.11. 2% is going to minority-owned businesses, 3% to small businesses, and 3% to women-owned businesses. Once these are approved, 12 agencies have provided equitable, inclusive opportunities for small businesses this week. These agencies include the Auditor, Child Support Enforcement Agency, Community Partnerships, Court of Appeals, Court of Common Pleas, the Data Center, Domestic Relations and Juvenile Courts, Engineer's Office, Job and Family Services, Public Facilities Management, Probate Court, and the Sheriff's Office. Pending any questions, we will request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 60-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 6024 has been adopted. Resolution number 6124, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $320,241.30.
Commissioners, this resolution requests your approval of 5 purchase orders for which the County Auditor has pre-certified available funding. Pending any questions, I request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 61-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Abstain.
Resolution number 6124 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Next, Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 6224, resolution appointing Vince Parisi to the Community Shelter Board of Trustees.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lauren Gressel, Assistant Director of Community Appointments. This is a 3-year term, and CSP has staggered terms. And pending any questions, we'll ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 62-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 6224 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Resolution number 6324, resolution reconciling the 2024 non-general fund appropriations to align with the amended certificate of estimated resources.
Good morning, Commissioners. Zach Telerik with the Office of Management and Budget. This is the annual resolution that OMB works with the various agencies on as a result of the cash balances being finalized after approval of last year's budget. In addition, we've worked with the agencies to identify appropriations for items that were initially anticipated for last year that had been delayed and would carry forward into 2024. This year's resolution includes decreases in 3 funds of approximately $5.3 million, supplemental appropriations of $46.1 million across 19 funds, and revenue adjustments of $27.3 million across 13 funds. Pending any questions, would ask for your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 63-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 6324 has been adopted. Resolution number 6424, resolution authorizing policies and procedures for the approval of temporary fiscal staffing and consultant services with accounting firms.
Commissioners, previously, Resolution 857-17 authorized the county administrator to perform certain administrative functions, including any and all personnel functions. This resolution is kind of a subset of that, authorizing the county administrator to enter into agreements with accounting firms to, 1, provide temporary fiscal staffing when agencies have difficulty filling vacant fiscal positions, as well as authorizing services of an accounting firm when that's required to help with reviews of internal control, audited processes, or fiscal policies. Pending any questions, would ask for your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 64-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 6424 has been adopted.
Perfect. That concludes our regular agenda. Are there any generalizations?
There are, Mr. President. We have one. Case number ANX-04-24, a municipal annexation petition. ANX-04-24 was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on January 12th, 2024. The petition is requesting to annex 1.075 acres from Plain Township to the city of Columbus. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on February 6th, 2024. The site is 5290 Central College Road, PID number 220-001133.
Perfect. Are there any members of the media that have any questions? Okay, seeing there are none, that concludes our meeting. We're adjourned.
And commissioners will get set up for our administrative briefing that starts at 10 for justice planners.
Oh, okay.
The enthusiasm is just
I'd-
seeping.
We're muted. It's
Commissioner.
okay.
Didn't see that.